Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler. You're in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Tigers will get the first crack on offense today. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it. Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
You know, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, play's going to blow up.
You bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid game.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. But on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. They continue to pound away on the ground, brings up a 1st and 10. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. LSU is now operating in the red zone. They'll run it here. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's 3rd down now. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Back to pass. It's Thomas. He finds the running back for a 4th down catch. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a 4th down conversion with that pass.
The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Toss play to the outside. He muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line. A solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line, and they finish it off here on 2nd. There's a run to the left looking for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball State Cardinals offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? There's the handoff. Fighting him off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Higgins. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. From the shotgun. Drops back looking for an open man. And the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, it's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've got a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And we'll see what he can do on the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Runner takes the toss, runs to his left. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receivers' willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Powers through. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. They do it for a second time. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll hand it off. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Getting set. Here's second down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make them.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Coverage team gets him down, and that'll do it for the first period. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On first down, it's play action. He's looking deep here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Hit as he released it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught near the goal line. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Ball State offense back out there. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Play action here on first down. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Ball knocked loose in the end zone. Here's a scrum. Who's got it? The ball. Oh, and this is going to wind up as a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
No fair catch. Looking to return this punt.
The return is brought down at the 33, and the LSU offense will take over.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin from the 33. Off the play fake on first down. He'll take a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
And looking for a big play here. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This offense is still clicking. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Ball State's offense back out on the field now. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. First down here for this offense. And there's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. There's a 1st and 10 play. Scanning the field, it's Higgins. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments, come up with a stop here? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And they heave it deep downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Look him out throwing here to start the drive. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The defense drops him for a loss. Backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. The pre-snap motion from the offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
So a huge play to start the drive and get in scoring position, but now it's third and goal. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? He's at the 50. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. So here we go, first play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
To throw, it's Higgins. Receiver makes the catch and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Looking to throw again. Launches downfield. Falls incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Oh, and another incompletion.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. Interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? All right, here's the toss play. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
On 1st down, it's play action. Looking to make a big play downfield. Touchdown, LSU. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. Yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Pretty easy call. Will accept that penalty, of course. Here's the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the returner is brought down. Here comes the Cardinals offense back on the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's say they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the second half. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. On the run, he'll let it go. He pulls it in for a big gain. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Back to pass. It's Higgins. The pocket, nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Let's see how they play this year. Moving to field goal position or take a couple shots at the end zone. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Tigers. This offense cannot be stopped.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Cardinals offense is back out on the field now. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Went backwards on first down, so it's second and long here from the 10. Takes the handoff again. Finding space at the 20. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Past the 10. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Ball State.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is. But it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Play action here on first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. It was a foot race and he won it.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. That one sails out of the back of the end zone. comes the Ball State offense back out there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Offense getting set. It's second down. And they'll give it to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Inside the 10. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And the point after is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. And the defense makes some adjustments. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. First down and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Second down play coming up for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Good enough for first down yardage.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. Get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Toss play to the outside. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Now here's the toss play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. Got a lane, can he get in? Touchdown, LSU. And the route is on. They will try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
51, Ball State 20.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Ball State's offense back out on the field now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Back to throw. It's Higgins. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
If this team can hold on today and win, this pass rush deserves all the credit in the world. They have gotten after this quarterback.
And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And that one's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll run the option. He'll toss it to the back. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. This has been thorough domination through 3 quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. We'll check out the stats so far. So 1 quarter away from wrapping up an impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Toss play to the outside. And he will lose 10 yards on that carry. Good play by the defense. Down and a long way to go, but they're going to go for it. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown Tigers. And the beatdown continues.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And they tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 31, so makes a good choice bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Cardinals offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for the wideout. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing with his receivers.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Now, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Returner tackle right there. That's what will start the drive. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff as you try to work the clock here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Now, the defensive coordinator must be thinking it's about time. This running back has just destroyed this defense, and this time they're able to get into that backfield and come up with a nice play.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Toss it to the back, running left. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Now here's the toss play. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. They've been very efficient. 3 for 4 on 4th down. Now they're going for it again. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Maybe a little bit too creative here on this 4th down play call by the offense. I think the defense was anticipating the offense trying to get the ball into the hands of that receiver, whether it was a pass or a run. And by anticipating,
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Escapes the pocket. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Dropping back, it's Higgins. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Fighting off the defender. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out executing the play call and continuing to put points on the board.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Cardinals offense is back out on the field now. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's got his man open downfield. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. After a first down loss, it's second and long from the 23.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very...
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
He's across the 25. And he's into the end zone. But hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. That play makes it 2nd and 10.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Chris, you get this deep into an opponent's side of the field and come away with 3 instead of 6. Man, it is a letdown. That's certainly not what they're looking for here on 3rd and long from inside the red zone.
4th down, he's throwing for it. The pass rush closing. Touchdown, LSU. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play.
Timeout, LSU.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. to the air. It's Higgins. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.